We're talking racing every Saturday morning here at Bear Country 95.3. It's the Norcom Mortgage Checkered Flag Report. Also brought to you by Coolix Supermarket, Winchester, New Hampshire. And head on over to Coolix before you head to the track. Do what Ed does. Bring your cooler and store everything you get over at Coolix before you head on over to Monadnock. And speaking of Monadnock, we have a driver on the Bear Lines this morning who drives in the mini stock division, and his name is Eric Pomasco. Good morning, Eric. How are you?
Morning. I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent. Yeah, are you ready for race day? I'm
ready, just for the weather to blow through.
Yeah. We got our fingers crossed on the weather for today. I think we're gonna end up being okay. We've received enough of this rain.
Oh yeah, definitely been raining quite a bit lately.
All right, Eric. Now I was asking Chip about you yesterday, and he says he's the one that drove the green Pinto last year.
He was the last of what I call a Pinto revolution.
Yeah. Are there any Pintos this year in the mini stock division?
No. Robbie Thompson was the only other one that was running with us, and he's not running this year.
What did you do with your last year's car?
It's sitting outside, just sitting there.
Getting wet.
To be put back together.
Does it say for sale?
No, it does not.
Would somebody get to buy it if they had the money?
If they had the money, yeah, they could probably buy it.
Gee, that'd put another car in the field.
Yep.
Put a sign
you could
on
also use the body and make a replica of a modified.
People have been telling me that too, just making a replica and putting it on the road.
So, what happened between last year and this year, Eric? So last year you're driving that 71 Pinto, is that green Pinto, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I just couldn't get the car to handle properly. I couldn't figure out the rear leaf springs. And so this year I had a little extra money, so we went ahead and built the car over the winter, the Mustang.
All right. Well, to just talk about that process. I mean, and how does it start? I mean, do you go out and you look for something specific and you make it race for you, or what goes on?
A buddy of mine had just a road car Mustang sitting in his yard. He sold it for me for about $400, and went out and bought a cage for it, and we put it in and spent the winter putting it together.
What year was the Pinto?
The Pinto is a 74.
And what year is the Mustang?
84.
Oh, okay, because that car really wasn't too far apart at one point.
No.
In life. The Mustang, the Mustang 4-cylinder and the Pinto, the shape was what was different.
Right.
And the gas tank.
We couldn't figure the leaf springs out.
Yeah.
And how to set that thing up properly and get it to actually run right.
So you missed it at least the first week of the season this year, right? Because you didn't have the car done?
We didn't have it quite finished up yet.
And
a few things we had to finish up, get it on the track.
And it's a nice-looking car. It seems to handle a lot better, like you said, than the Pinto.
Oh, it definitely does. It's more responsive when you go into the corners and making adjustments to it.
Now, I noticed that it says 71, but there's a small 4 in front of the 71. What does that mean?
It's my tech number. I work for a BMW dealership in Nashua, and when I started in the Enduros, I was 471.
I see.
And then we went in the mini stocks, and they don't allow the three numbers. The three numbers. So we went to 71. And then my number guy decided to put a small 4 in front of it. So I'm still 471. Well, somebody had followed me up through the divisions, knew who I was.
Hey, working in a BMW dealership, what engine is in the Pinto? I'm sorry, in the Mustang, sorry.
The 2.3, same engine I ran in the Pinto last year.
Oh, the exact same engine?
The exact same engine.
Who works on it?
Raymond's.
Who built who?
Chris Raymond.
Oh, he built the engine?
Yep.
Oh.
He builds a lot of those mini stock engines.
Yeah, he does. He seems to be the go-to guy, so we went to him.
That guy's not sitting back twiddling his thumbs. He's pretty busy.
Oh, yes, he is. He's very busy.
Well, you gave us a little highlight of your career so far. Talk about the racing career. Go back. I mean, where did it all start?
I moved down to North Carolina in '95. Racing's really big down there. Kind of got into the NASCAR scene.
I've heard, yes.
And then I was introduced to a short track called Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
The half-mile high bank dirt track. And that's pretty much where I fell in love with racing.
And when
the short track stuff.
Okay. And so you were down there. When did you move back up to New Hampshire?
I moved back up in 2002. And really kind of got watched NASCAR quite a bit, and then I met my wife, and she was big into Monadnock, and we went down there and watched a few races and got into Enduros.
Boy, doesn't that bug get you, though?
Yes. Yes.
Now, Cherokee, now that's in the hills, way down up in North Carolina. That's up in the hills, right?
In the foothills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been through Cherokee. What's it? Well, what kind of competition? Did you start racing down there at all?
I ran one race in a Toyota Celica down there.
How did that go?
It didn't go too well.
Oh.
Well, it was a Toyota Celica down in down South Country there.
Yeah, that, and he said he
Yeah.
only did one race, so I guess I kind of figured it didn't go too well.
Yeah, I finished the race. It just didn't know what I was doing. Caused some problems.
So how many years have you been at the wheel now?
This will be our 7th season at Monadnock.
Any chance of moving up a division, or are you going to stay right
I'm
there?
kind of enjoying myself in the mini stocks right now. If somebody comes along and say, "Hey, you want to drive for me?" I'll probably move up. But the mini stocks is about as expensive I could probably afford.
If you could do anything to the Mustang, what would you rather have? What would you want? More power, better handling, different vehicle? What would you want?
Better handling for Monadnock. It seems to be if you can get through the corners quicker than anybody else, you're faster down to the end of the straightaways. So if I get better handling out of it, that'd be what I'd want.
What made you go with the Mustang versus, say, a
Rabbit.
the
Rabbit,
Volkswagen
the Volkswagens.
or a Toyota?
I don't know much about the Rabbits or the Toyotas. Mustang's an American car, so I knew a bit about it dealing with the Pinto because it's pretty much the same vehicle. So I had all the parts off the Mustang I could swap over to the Mustang, from the Pinto to the Mustang.
What about a BMW when it comes to handling?
They're too heavy.
They are that, huh?
They are really heavy. They're over 3,600 pounds. Stock. Trying to get it down to the 2,200 is going to take a lot.
There's a lot of fast Mustangs in that class.
Yes, there are. That's who we're trying to catch.
You're calling it a work in progress?
Yes, it is. Definitely a work in progress. Being our 7th race and only being a 10th off the leaders I'd say it's a pretty good little accomplishment.
Well, yeah, for the first year that you've had, been able to have a different type of suspension and stuff to play with.
Who are some of the sponsors you have?
360 Design Labs does our numbering, and then Fran's Auto Body out of Hancock let us use their garage, and they painted the car for us.
Well,
That's it.
And who helps you on the car?
A friend of mine, Tim Paquette, is our crew chief. He helped me build the car over the winter. My wife actually helped us out, and my goddaughter, Kate Blanchett, been helping us out this year.
And I notice, with any division, actually, if you get in trouble at the racetrack, there's a zillion people that come by and give you a hand.
Oh, yes. That's another thing I love about the track is if you have a problem, everybody's down there trying to help you out to get you back on the track, which is awesome. I helped Kevin McKnight blew a distributor, and I gave him one of mine so we can get out on the track.
Yeah, that's one of the best things about racing, and particularly up around the Monadnock area. But that's good.
All right. Well, we're talking to Eric Pomasco, who drives the 71 Mini Stock over at Monadnock. If you head on up to Monadnock tonight, make sure you mark down that number 71, driving in the Mini Stock division. Do we cover everything, Eric?
Yeah, and then make sure everybody comes down to the track party today and come down and see us.
Yeah. Eric is going to be one of the drivers.
Yes, he is.
Have a flair, Eric. You might have some fans dropping by to see what your car looks like.
Well, I hope so.
And for what it's worth, any fans out there, it doesn't hurt to throw $25 or something at some of your favorite drivers because they can always use it to buy. That's right.
Anything.
Anything to buy a new tire.
A new tire, a bolt, a lug nut, anything.
Wow, anything.
Or maybe, ask him about the Pinto. Maybe he'll get the right dollar figure to get it out of his yard.
Hey, that's great.
Right.
Hey, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
All right.
I appreciate it very much, guys.
You bet.
Sir.
Thank you, Eric.
That's Eric Pomasco. He drives the 71 Mini Stock over at Monadnock. This is the Norcom Mortgage Checkered Flag Report. It's Bear Country 95.3.
I'm going to try to look